Most people think ChatGPT is just a chatbot. They ask a question, get an answer, and move on. But the people who are quietly outperforming everyone else? They're using ChatGPT as a thinking system, a research assistant, a workflow accelerator, and in many cases, a virtual team member. In this video, I'm going to show you how high performers actually use ChatGPT to save hours every week, reduce mental overload, and produce better results with less effort. Not hacks. Not gimmicks. Real use cases that compound over time. Let's start with the foundation most people ignore. Canvas mode. Canvas mode turns ChatGPT from a chat window into a workspace. Instead of bouncing between notes, documents, planners, and tabs, Canvas mode lets you think, plan, and build in one place. You can brainstorm ideas, outline content, structure business plans, refine scripts, and reorganize complex thoughts visually. This is powerful because productivity problems usually aren't execution problems. They're clarity problems. When ideas live only in your head, everything feels overwhelming. Canvas mode externalizes your thinking. For example, instead of asking ChatGPT to write a video script, you can open a Canvas and say, "Help me structure a 20-minute video about productivity." Now you're not generating text, you're designing thinking. You can move sections around. Expand weak points. Trim unnecessary parts. Add examples where the logic feels thin. This is how professionals work. They don't start with perfection. They start with structure. Canvas mode is especially powerful for business strategy, content planning, learning complex topics, collaborative projects, and collaboration matters more than people realize. You can invite others to view or contribute to a Canvas, making it ideal for team planning, shared research, or co-creating content. Instead of endless back and forth messages, everyone works inside the same mental model. That alone can save hours. Now let's talk about research, because most people do research inefficiently. Deep research mode. This is one of the most misunderstood features. Most people Google something, open 5 tabs, skim headlines, and assume they're informed. They're not. Deep research mode allows ChatGPT to gather, synthesize, and explain information from credible sources in a structured way. Instead of dumping links, it explains context, highlights patterns, and surfaces what actually matters. This is critical when decisions have consequences. Imagine you're researching a new market, an investment decision, a business model, a technical concept, a legal or regulatory topic. Instead of spending 3 hours reading fragmented articles, you can ask ChatGPT to summarize the landscape, compare viewpoints, and identify risks. The value here isn't speed alone. It's quality of understanding. Better understanding leads to better decisions. Better decisions compound faster than effort. This feature is especially powerful for founders, students, analysts, consultants, and anyone whose value depends on thinking clearly. Now let's move to a daily productivity killer. Email. Most people don't manage their inbox. They survive it. ChatGPT's email integration flips that dynamic. You can summarize unread emails, extract action items, and draft responses in seconds. Instead of reacting emotionally to every message, you regain control. Here's why this matters. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a cognitive tax. Email creates constant interruption. By batching email processing and letting ChatGPT handle the first pass, you protect your focus for higher value work. You can ask, summarize today's emails and highlight anything urgent. Draft a professional response to this thread. Turn this email into a clear action plan. This isn't about avoiding communication. It's about reducing friction. The less energy you spend on routine tasks, the more you have for creative and strategic work. Now let's talk about documents. This feature alone can replace hours of manual effort. You can upload documents, contracts, reports, proposals, research papers, and ask ChatGPT to analyze them. It can summarize long documents, compare versions, identify inconsistencies, and highlight risks. This is incredibly useful for legal reviews, business agreements, project documentation, academic work, internal reports. Instead of reading every word line by line, you can focus on what actually matters. Think of ChatGPT as a second set of eyes that never gets tired. This reduces mistakes, speeds up decision-making, and improves confidence. Now let's move into something most users don't take advantage of. Model switching. Different tasks require different types of intelligence. Sometimes you need speed. Sometimes you need depth. Sometimes you need creativity. Sometimes you need precision. Model switching allows you to choose the best tool for the job. This matters because productivity isn't about doing everything fast. It's about doing the right things well. By matching the model to the task, you get better output with less revision. Now, for developers and technical users, ChatGPT becomes even more powerful. Code review and debugging. You can upload code snippets and ask ChatGPT to identify bugs, explain logic, suggest optimizations, improve readability, catch edge cases. This doesn't replace human judgment. It amplifies it. Instead of staring at a problem for hours, you get instant feedback and direction. Even non-developers benefit here. You can ask ChatGPT to generate simple scripts, automate tasks, or build basic tools without deep technical knowledge. Which leads us to one of the most underrated capabilities. Rapid prototyping. You can ask ChatGPT to generate landing pages, simple websites, forms, product descriptions, automation logic. This allows you to test ideas quickly. Instead of spending weeks planning, you can build something functional in minutes. Speed matters. In business, in content, in learning, momentum beats perfection. The faster you test, the faster you learn. Now let's zoom out. All of these features point to one thing. ChatGPT is not a replacement for thinking. It's a multiplier of thinking. The people who benefit the most aren't lazy. They're intentional. They use AI to reduce low-value effort, clarify complex ideas, accelerate learning, improve output quality. The biggest mistake people make is using ChatGPT reactively. Asking random questions. Getting random answers. High performers use it proactively. They build systems. They create workflows like research, right pointing arrow, outline, right pointing arrow, draft, right pointing arrow, refine idea, right pointing arrow, prototype, right pointing arrow, feedback, right pointing arrow, iterate, input, right pointing arrow, synthesis, right pointing arrow, decision. ChatGPT sits inside those systems, quietly removing friction at every step. And here's the most important insight. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about creating leverage. Leverage comes from systems, not motivation. When you integrate ChatGPT into how you think, plan, and execute, your output increases without burning you out. That's the real power. Not speed. Not shortcuts. But sustainable, compounding advantage. If you use ChatGPT casually, you'll get casual results. If you use it deliberately, it becomes one of the most powerful tools you've ever worked with. And once you build those habits, productivity stops feeling hard. It starts feeling inevitable.